Well, hi everyone, we're back again. Good afternoon or good morning to you, Keith.
Yeah, good late afternoon to you, Pete. Hmm.
Yeah. Hey, listen, guys, we had a couple of weeks off, but now we're back doing these little videos.
Hmm.
And Keith, I was having a little bit of a think about it. With this, I don't want to get into the war business, like the twos and
Hmm.
throws of what's going on,
Yeah.
but I was thinking, what's we're talking about shortages, and they, and stuff like that. And
Hmm.
I was saying to myself down the gym, when I was down the gym during the week, thinking about of getting around, because
Hmm.
I know a lot of people see therapists who uh, they see therapists to have checkups and stuff like that,
Hmm.
and I think,
Yeah.
well, they keep saying that they're going to be a shortage of fuel getting around and
Hmm.
stuff like that. I think to myself, well, if there's ever a time to learn support with self-management, that time is probably really is now, really, isn't it?
Right.
Because if you can't get to see a healthcare professional for one reason or another, it's what can you do in the meantime? I mean, it brings us back to the when we adapted the booklet a couple of years ago, the Pain Toolkit, and we adapted the prehab one.
Hmm.
Uh, I mean. Um,
Hmm.
what's your take on all this stuff? I mean, I know, have you got shortages over there and stuff like that?
Yeah. Well, like you said, without getting into the weeds of what's happening with the specifics, the global, globally, things have turned upside down. And like you said, it's putting pressure on the cost of everything. They say
Yeah,
fuel. We see it here in Canada, throughout North America. I mean, it's worldwide. And like you said, it makes everything a little bit harder, right? From seeing, when we talk about supported self-management, we talk about seeing your healthcare providers and your allied healthcare providers to help you. Well, when it's more costly to go see them, that's a problem.
mm,
On top of the fact that your food costs more and your heating costs more. So overall, life stressors are increasing, and it's hard to not be affected by this. It's easy to say, well, just don't turn on the television, don't listen to the news, but it's everywhere. We're seeing a global crisis.
yeah,
And more now, I think, than ever, when we talk about supported self-management, if you're not able to see your healthcare provider, your PT, your OT, your RMT, or these different folks, your doctor, as much as you normally would, now it's time to lean in a little more to your own
yeah,
self-management. And that's everything from just trying to like pull back a little bit
yeah,
and find ways to
yeah,
relax. And it's hard. It's really, really hard. But things probably aren't going to change for a while here, Pete.
yeah,
And anything we can do now to just kind of get through this by helping ourselves. And then when you can, go see, your supported self-managers, your healthcare providers. But I think right now we really got to look inwards and do what we can to help ourselves.
yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
totally agree. I mean, we're lucky, really, that we've got the knowledge, haven't we, to I don't often use the word cope, but manage ourselves, I suppose.
Hmm.
We've been sort of
Yeah.
doing this for a few years now, but I'm just thinking
Hmm.
of people out there who have become reliant on seeing healthcare professionals for one reason or another,
Hmm.
um, except will go in places and they won't be able to do that. It's I think it's about, well, what can we do to help ourselves, sort of thing,
Well, I mean, and that is key. And you and I talk about this a lot, right? Our message is about supported self-management and the role that our healthcare providers have in that. But it's part of our self-management.
Yeah,
We can't look to, on the healthcare system to have all the answers. They definitely have a role to play.
yeah, yeah,
And we have a role to play in our own health. And again, just stating what I said earlier, in times of turmoil, when our stress is up, because every day is a new challenge, it will be helpful if we look inside ourselves and say, what can I do to just, try and get through today a little easier. And
mm,
sometimes it is just finding ways to relax, just take a
yeah,
step out of
yeah,
all of this noise that's going on and find some peace, get into
yeah,
nature, whatever it is that brings you calmness, and just
yeah,
give yourself some kindness in a
yeah,
break.
yeah, yeah. Doing, I mean, people I always think if you know, because I mean, I go down the gym and I always think
Hmm.
to myself, well, what there are times, but like during COVID, like, where you can't go when I
Right.
was around, your gyms were shut. But
Yeah.
the thing is, you work it out for yourself, like work out exercises to do, or stretching exercises to do yourself. Like, I mean, I was using YouTube a lot, like, for
Hmm.
learning new things, trying out new stuff and whatnot.
Yeah.
So, but so, to me, if for those people watching this, that those that aren't into supportive self-management, it's something to really start considering it. And there's plenty of stuff that there's online that you can start to do. Obviously, we've got the Pain Toolkit Academy where you can start learning supportive self-management stuff. But there's other places out there that Tom over there in America.
Hmm.
I forget his first. Is it Bowen?
Tom
Tom?
Bowen. Yep.
Yeah, Bowen.
Yep.
He's running courses over there
Hmm.
on the in America. So
Hmm.
there's plenty of places online where you can start learning some supportive self-management stuff, like.
Yeah.
So, but it's if you say if you're new to it, it's about finding. Listen, part of self-management is finding out stuff anyway, doing stuff and etc. Like.
Yes. Yeah. It's finding what works for you, right? We talk about this a lot, supported self-management or our own self-management. It's different for everybody.
Yeah,
You and I align in the traditional sort of exercise
yeah,
world,
yeah, yeah,
but it's finding what brings you joy and meaning.
yeah,
And now's probably a good time to lean into that a little more, and
yeah,
and
yeah,
and just be kind to yourself, because
yeah,
it's
yeah.
going to be a tough go here for a while.
I think, yeah, I think one of the byproduct is probably not the right word, but one of the things we're overthinkers and overdoers, and
Hmm.
we get a bit beyond. I have to. I'm still an overthinker myself, like, and I have to keep pulling myself up there. Well, because I
Hmm.
start, thinking about, well, what about this, that, so what about that,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I have to think, well, hang on a minute here, just. Because the news, keep watching the news, etc. That can scare the bejeebers out of you, like.
Well, and that's the thing, and my wife and I talk about this a lot, about how important it is for us to. You don't want to be not informed, but we don't need
Yeah,
to immerse ourselves in it. We don't want to be ignorant to the
yeah,
world,
yeah,
but it's easy to fall into just focusing in on it.
yeah,
And right now, focusing in on things that you enjoy, that bring
yeah,
you happiness and meaning. That's what is better for us right now.
yeah. Anyway, well, we'll call it a day there, Keith. Have a good week till next week, hopefully. And those out there watching and listening, or watching or listening to this video or podcast, I'll be posting it on social media.
Hmm.
But look after yourselves, and
Yeah.
we'll get through this all together.
That's the thing, it's about it's about connection, and again, I'm just gonna, say it probably for the third time. Be kind to yourself.
Yeah,
Now's the time.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna take that. Well, I fear that's a message I'm gonna take away with myself as well. Like,
It's good for all of us, right?
yeah. Anyway, take care, guys. We'll see you
All
soon.
right. All
Take
right.
care.
Till next time,
Bye,
everybody.
bye, bye.